Well, this is my very first YouTube video. Not really into this shit, to be honest. I've just never seen anyone bother to put up or do what I've done, and because everyone else like Just In Case or Jeremy O'Hara have put up a lot of videos on their solar systems, I've decided that I'm going to put up my little baby one. I'm about to upgrade mine, but I'm going to keep this system because it's worked well for the last 5 years without a problem. This is my house. I built this 10 years ago this December. Two guys, me and another bloke, built it from scratch. We demolished the old shit house and built this. And it's still standing 10 years later. About 5 years ago, our power bill went up to basically 20 cents a kilowatt, and I moved down light globes to the new fluoros. It was still expensive, and I thought I'm going to go 12 volt. So this is basically about my 12 volt solar system only for lights. I do not run anything else off this system. If you actually look under the eaves, you'll see a little light. There's a light under there. They're just car night lights, and they're not meant to go on during the day, but I've turned them on, and they come on at night just to shine up my courtyard. This is my roof. You can just spot the solar panels, the glossy bit right on the front edge. They are laying on the flat on the roof, which is wrong, but I don't really give a shit. There are about 19 panels up there, believe it or not. They consist of 18 little 4.8 kilowatt panels and one 200 watt, the 210 I think it is. The black thing behind them is actually the pool thing. The little panels were put up originally just as a trial, of which I got from work for nothing. They were being thrown out. They're BP. They've been probably 20 years old and still pretty much putting out new or better of what a no name is today. So they've lasted really well. They've pretty much been in the sun the entire 20 years and laid flat on a roof. They used to be put in to charge batteries. I've connected them all in series, and basically they just run into a combiner box and then down to my battery bank, which consists of 700 amp hours, 12 volt. That is a ups from Telstra's ups exchange. When they went to 4G, the batteries were about 2 years old, and they replaced them. They cost me $50 each. I'm not going to show you them because they're up on my mezzanine floor and I can't get stuff getting up there. But yeah, so that's where the thing is, and I'll show you where my charge controller is. Well, there's my little PWM charge controller. My batteries are topped off already today. It's winter. We had cloud until midday yesterday, and they're already topping off at 14.1, just on float. And yeah, pretty much, as I said, the house is 10 years old, and I've been lazy and still haven't even finished off my garage. I have put the most plaster up, but I've not stopped it yet. Yeah, I'll show you my fuse box anyway. So there's my PWM charge controller, a little 30 amp job. Cost me $15 or something. The left, which is actually speaker cable, believe it or not, that one there is actually my solar panels. That's my battery. That's actually 6 gauge, and 4 gauge runs those lights outside. There's actually 4 of them. I only showed you the one. In my meter box, my fuses. This one's my solar panel. Cut my batteries off, and my circuits. These are my circuits. These 4 circuits are my lounge room, my two kids' bedrooms, another kid's bedroom and our bedroom, and something else, can't remember. I think that's actually the, I don't know, a different room. It's called my wife's doll room. Yeah, I know, sounds crazy. This one's actually the nightlight one. Yeah, so bit of a hole in my fuse box, but came free, so who cares. Yeah, I'll go show you quickly what I've got inside. But that's basically my simple system. As I said, it's been up 5 years. I have extended different circuits. I started off with just a couple in the lounge. I'll just explain that in a minute. Well, this is how I run my actual lights inside. Basically, I've installed one of these in every room. These are a couple of spares because my kids broke the remotes. Basically, it's just an IR controller. This is your light dimmer or whatever. That's your controller, and it comes with a little remote that's on the floor. I plug into this. This is my switch in my house 90% of the time. My lights, I'm into the Cobbs nowadays. I've upgraded. I've been through 20 different types. The Cobbs are the best. Lovely magnification, beautiful white light. Yeah, $2.60 or something delivered from China. They're very expensive, and these ones seem to last for hours. The old ones used to blow their chips constantly. You'd pay $4 or $5 for them. And basically I went to the electrical shop and paid $4 for one of these, cut the hole, and basically direct wire from my fuse to my circuit for whichever room I'm putting in, and put in several, just enough to keep the room. It's not like it's 240 volt. I didn't want 240 volt. I wanted equivalent to having a bit duller lights. And I'll have a look and show what I've done. So this is my wife's doll room. There's a couple of dollies in here. Yeah, she loves the dolls. So anyway, up there's several downlights. There's a doll with a light, and there's a lovely little cabinet. It actually looks brighter in the thing. Now if you look up the top corner there above the line, there's my sensor. You can turn it off by hand, but it's too high, it's up in the roof. So what I've done is I've put a light in that cabinet. I've got 3 lights up there working. These are my original ones because this room doesn't get done much. These were $4 each. They're just standard LEDs. And the dolly's got a little 12 volt light in it. Makes a nice little room. And I'll show you those are plugged into a 12 volt boat switch, and this cabinet over here is plugged into a 12 volt boat switch. So yeah, if you just want to turn it on or off, just press the button. And if you come into the lounge room, this cabinet over here is also lit up. That's a sensor right over in the right corner, and when I walk out, the lights come on. Great for at night time. Shows on my missus's lovely useful items. This is a movement sensor, and as soon as this comes on for about 5 minutes, and then no one's in the area, the lights turn off. So at night, if you want to come out the kitchen, usually this is enough light to actually light the area. Up there is our main lounge room sensor. Again, hit the button and it will turn on, except that I've actually got a switch on this one as well, which is turned off. So there's my remote for that. I'll just turn these lights off. These are my very first ones I put in, this light and that light, which are over my actual table. When I built the house 10 years ago, we kind of were a bit stingy with electrician and never put lights over the table. So that was my very first effort, which was 2 lights off those solar, 18 little 5 watt solar panels, 4.8 watts. There's a light in the middle of the room, I try not to overpower them because we've still got our 240 volts in here. And over above the kitchen, there's also 2 more. So at night, it sort of lights the whole room up. Not bright, but certainly reasonable. There's 2 lights there that are off, a couple of lights there. They're not actually connected to 12 volt. They are a normal LED 240 volt step down light system. So yeah. With these are also my cob lighting. I don't know if you can actually see that properly. I'm not going to turn it on you. But that globe actually hangs out. That's 120 watt, 9 amp, or 9 watt. These are 4 watts. And I can find the light globe. There's, they're 6 watts. They're 2 watts each. These are 2 watts each. I can actually go in on that a little bit. Maybe not. Doesn't want to go in. There we go. And these are my original ones, wherever the hell it is. There it is. And they're just like an LED. They were $4 something each, and pretty much popped every one of them. I bought like 40 of them, and there's about 10 left, if that. They're not a bad light. They just don't last. That's the 2 outer ones. These 2 over here are 12 volt. The other 4 are actual 240 volt. So they're off. They're 12 volt. The others, they at night you just want them on. You can turn on either. Great lights, as I said. Most of the ones I'm buying now are about $2.60 on eBay, delivered. This is one of my daughter's rooms. Again, I've got one light there. I think that's the, not the bright white, I think it's the yellow light, whatever you call it. And that's the other type. Basically, I put the sensor above the doors. So they're all there, hit that. And it doesn't turn on. And I don't know if you can tell, but the one closest is a yellow light and the back one's a white light. Don't ask me why she did that, but she likes it. So basically every bedroom you can walk in. It's not quite as bright as a 240 volt, but yeah, it's free power, so it gives a shit, hey? So anyway, my main living area is, there's my lights, about 12 metres, plus I've got the 2 metre deck outside under a roof line. There's my little bird, Dolly. And yeah, so it's quite dark in here sometimes when the sun's going the other way. If you look in that hallway, it's quite dark. But the second I walk in, I've got a little sensor up there, and that shows one light. That also stays on for 5 minutes. Lights up that hallway quite nicely, and at night this will stay on for a couple of minutes. See the floor reflecting back up on the roof. We very rarely use the lights in here because that light is just fantastic. The birds even know when to not when to fly in the room if they fly in the hallway. That light there is also 12 volt. This is our master bedroom. I've put that one here purely because we can get it when we walk in the room or from in the room. And that light and 240, and that light there is 12 volts. The ones over the bed are ones over the bed are 240 volt down, step down. And again, our room is like the kids' room basically, and then the other rooms are the same. So pretty much that's how I've done it. These things cost me about $10 nowadays. I used to get them cheaper. They're not that popular now on eBay. They're quite hard to get. So, but yeah, we have remotes in every room. All remotes work. Plus, you can do it on your phone, your Samsung phone with the top field set-top box on/off switch. Actually turns these lights on and off as well. So, yeah, you don't need the remote. You can use your mobile phone. And basically, with my 325 watt of solar panel, 700 watt of 12 volt battery, my house gets free lights. I would have to say I am saving a minimum of $50 every quarter in just lighting. Our power bill originally dropped about that, so I would say minimum nowadays. It's been there 5 years. I haven't put them in bathrooms, toilets and stuff, because we rarely turn those lights on, sort of thing, or they're not on for long. But all the bedrooms and the main living area are all covered by these IR sensors. And that's my short video, and yeah, oh well, just letting you know what happens, what I've done. And I will be upgrading my actual solar to the house very soon, and I'll make one on that if you want me to. Okay, see ya.